Hi guys, my name is Harley Dugan. Welcome to The Lead. We're going to do a quick recap of the Houston sports season. Let's delve right into it, guys. So we're going to begin right now with the Houston Texans, right? So the Houston Texans did finish up at 11-5. I predicted them as 11-5. They did some very huge moves before the season even began, right? So right off the bat, Bill O'Brien unofficially/officially was the GM for the Houston Texans. Very short, but he did an amazing job, right? He brought in Duke Johnson, Carlos Hyde, Kenny Stills, Laramie Tunsil. He brought in Garyon Conley and Vernon Hargreaves right at the end as well. And all of them produced right away for you. That was a very huge additions to the team. They helped the team. They're going to help the team in the future as well. So there was a bunch of big wins, right, for the Houston Texans. But there was also more embarrassing losses, right? You lose to the Saints, right? Saints, you should have won that game. There's no way the Saints should have beat you in about 30 seconds that they had, right? Also, another game, the Panther game. You lose to a rookie quarterback. I mean, rack feasts on rookie quarterbacks, right? Other loss that I really absolutely hate, despise it, right? The Denver Broncos. You absolutely annihilate the Patriots last week, and then you come back at home. You should have won out. You win out, you're probably battling either for the 1 seed or you're at home in a 2 seed. If you have a 2 seed, that would have totally changed the playoffs, right? And let's go straight to the playoffs. Playoffs was very interesting. Your first game, the Bills game. Bills game was very bad at the beginning, right? They came right out, punch you in the mouth. Josh Allen is dancing and going crazy. You're big down. And who comes up clutch? 99. J.J. Watt came up clutch. Huge sack. Turned the whole momentum in the game, right? Turned it upside down. All of a sudden, we're getting going. Offense is clicking. Defense is clicking. We're shutting them down. Now they can't stop us on offense. And we come all the way back. Deshaun Watson does Deshaun Watson things. He's a magical quarterback. That's why he's a starting quarterback for your Houston Texans, right? He is just amazing. Car wreck accident happens. The only one surviving is Deshaun Watson and Tywan Jones. Who would have thought? Tywan Jones, right? Unlikely hero just comes out of nowhere. Huge win for the Houston Texans. You go into the Chief game, right? Chiefs, you're hyped. The Titans did all your dirty work, right? They beat the Patriots. They beat the Ravens, both on the road. They do your dirty work, and you're expecting your Texans, after that huge win to the Buffalo Bills, to come in to Kansas City, where they've done it before, and beat them, right? And they're coming in again at Kansas City. They go up 24-0. We're hyped. Special teams. Barkevius Mingo blocks the punt. Lonnie Johnson, touchdown. 24-0. Kenny Stills wide open on a beautiful play design by Bill O'Brien. 24-0. And it went like that. And all of a sudden, it's halftime and it's 28-24. And then the Avalanche happens, and it's a 51-7 Avalanche, man. Absolutely disgusting. Horrible loss for the Houston Texans. Reminded me exactly of the Colt game last year. Left a horrible taste to what was becoming a very successful season. And that horrible taste just lingers right now, right? As a Texan fan, it's just lingering. It's killing you, right? All you think about is how you ended the season in the playoffs. Another embarrassing loss for B.O.B., and now he is officially the GM, the head coach, and OC. Personally, I liked him as a general manager. We complained that we didn't have aggressive general manager, right? Now he's an aggressive general manager. Now he's going to have a full year under his belt. The players he added are going to have a full year with offseason, training camp, OTAs, everything. Another full year under their belt with this team. This team is going to be very good next year, guys. Let's not worry. It was a very bad loss, right? And hey, I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not a Bill O'Brien fan, but I'm a fan of the GM so far. I want to see what he does. I'm excited for this offseason. I hope you're excited for this offseason too. Let's continue. We're going to go on with the Houston Astros, right? Astros had a very successful season, and they were this close of their second World Series in 3 years, man. Very, very close. It was a tough 7-game series of facing the Nationals. The playoffs, he didn't look that good, man. Let's be honest. We didn't look good at all. The bats were cold. The pitching was was pretty solid. It was consistent. You got what you got. Garrett Cole was an absolute monster. Verlander was good. And Greinke was good. And that was pretty much it, man. Because we're not talking about that, right? No one's talking about that. Let's cut it, man. Let's cut straight to the point. We're talking about the allegations that became official. And it's sad to say that the 2017 year of the Houston Astros will forever be known as cheaters. That we had a cheating scandal. We can thank all of that to Mr. Mike Fiers, right? Mike Fiers, the guy that threw the no-hitter for us, right? The guy that we loved. He threw a no-hitter. He got us through a big stretch in that 2017 year. One of our biggest pitchers, man. And you come out and snitch on us 2 years later? That's a punk move. A huge punk move by Mike Fiers. Man, it's so disrespectful to the organization, to baseball in general, man. I don't even care about Mike Fiers anymore. The rat, the snitch, whatever you want to call him. Right now, he's got a finger deep in an underage girl, but that's none of my business, right? Let's continue. We keep it moving. Just like Hinch and Luno right now, huh? They're going to keep it moving, right? Because that press conference wasn't so nice by Jim Crane, huh? Jim Crane came right out. Let's go straight to business. I'm firing Jeff Luno and AJ Hinch. Absolutely heart-wrenching. I love AJ Hinch. I feel for AJ Hinch. He is the city of Houston, right? He comes out after the Hurricane Harvey and he does this great speech for the city of Houston. I'm going to miss AJ Hinch. The city of Houston will miss AJ Hinch. And every time AJ Hinch comes out at an Astro game, he deserves a round of applause. And Luno. Luno is the one that formulated and created this team from the ground up, man. And now they're gone. You got to move on. It sucks to say it, and I hate to say it. It hurts me real bad for AJ Hinch. He's such a nice guy. But we got to continue, right? And now it's going into who's going to be the next manager for this team? Who's going to be the next general manager for this team? And there's a few options, different options out there. A bunch of old hag coaches, a bunch of double ARP coaches, right? But then you got some young coaches and you got some retreads. There's always going to be retreads. That's how the league works. Personally, I wanted Jeff Bannister. Not at first. I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want no Rangers manager. I'm coming in here and changing my team. And then I was sold onto it. I heard more people talking about Jeff Bannister, how he's going to fight for us. He's a dog. I loved it. I wanted to hire him. But they go Dusty Baker, which isn't too bad. I mean, he's 70 years old, and he has a senior citizen pass probably at every grocery store. I mean, let's be real. He's old as hell, but he is experienced. And he's going to guide this ship, right? Right now, we have a very dark cloud over our head. Dusty Baker will answer full questions easily. He will take that black cloud, he's going to put it on himself. He's going to make sure that the team shines, and we're going to have a really great regular season, guys. There's nothing to worry about. I was worried before. I'm not worried no more, man. We got Dusty Baker, 1 year, prove it, and a club option, and he's motivated. He's never won a World Series. This is the best team he's ever had, right? And we bring in the new GM, Click, from the Rays. Hey, that brings back an analytics perspective for the Houston Astros that Dusty Baker doesn't really have. And plus, you didn't really do much with your coaching staff. You still got Stromy and Alex Cintron as your batting coach and pitching coach. Man, guys, we're going to be absolutely fine. I expect, just like Altuve, we're going to be in the World Series next year. Let's book it and continue. Let's continue on with the Houston Rockets, guys. Houston Rockets this last offseason did an amazing move. They got Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul, right? That was a huge move for Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey always makes these trades. Daryl Morey never stops with the trades. And what were we looking forward to this season? The beginning of the season, how Harden and Westbrook were going to mesh, but the trade deadline, right? My hot take for this season, guys, I thought the Houston Rockets were absolutely boring. I thought they were just very hard to watch, right? It's not fun watching them. They're very boring. They're very not exciting. And that's not a really good word, but that's what I'm going to use, not exciting. And I can't finish some of their games. You cannot call me a true Houston Rocket fan. That's you. I have an opinion. You have an opinion, right? But the Rockets were not fun to watch, guys. And Harden and Westbrook, they have good games. They have some good games. And they have some bad games. And you hate to have that label on your team as you can beat anybody and you can lose to anybody. You don't want that on your team. You want to be a model of consistency, right? And it's tough. Yes, it's an 82-game schedule. It's tough to be consistent. There's going to be lows. We all know that. But the expectations for this team, when you bring in an MVP player like Russell Westbrook, and you're thinking, guys, man, we just upgraded at point guard, and we didn't lose much. This team's gonna be banging this year, right? That's not the case, guys. And what were we waiting for? That trade deadline, right? Daryl Morey, man. Daryl Morey is the awesome GM. He's one of the best GMs in the NBA. Daryl Morey. I will say Daryl Morey's name to the lights of God. I love Daryl Morey. Houston Rockets fans, you should love Daryl Morey because he made an awesome trade, man. He traded Clint Capella. Yes, we thank the service of Clint Capella. Rest in peace, buddy. You did a great job, but you never did go over that progress. You never did go over the hump, man. We were waiting for you, and you never did it. You talked a bunch of noise. You didn't back it up. And, you know, some games you were dominant, and some games you weren't. And what we remember from Clint Capella, he disappeared in the Warriors series against who? Kevin Looney? Kevin Looney. You make Kevin Looney look like Dennis Rodman out there. He's grabbing rebounds and dunking on you and making you look bad. Who the hell is Kevin Looney? Kevin Looney, guys. Believe me, Kevin Looney should probably be a Houston Rocket. I wouldn't mind that move. Daryl Morey, you should take a look into that. But that's besides the point. Morey made a huge trade, guys. He traded Clint Capella. He got rid of him. And he brought in Robert Covington, huh? He traded Capella to the Hawks, and the third team was the Timberwolves. You brought in Rocco. This is the guy that the Rockets been wanting. He's a stretch wing guy. He hits threes, plays defense, a 3-and-D guy. That's the guys that the Rockets love. Great wingspan, 6'8", 6'9", perfect player for the Houston Rockets. Best NBA comparison for him. Think about a young Trevor Ariza or Trevor Ariza when he was with the Rockets. Trevor Ariza was very successful here, right? And Rocco is going to do absolutely the same thing, but think about it, he's going to be better. This guy is going to be very amazing for you. All defensive first team, and his three-point percentage is very high. This guy is going to be great. Plus, you also added Jordan Bell. And then you traded him for Bruno Caboclo. The words I just said for Jordan Bell is about the longest he lasted as a Houston Rocket. Bruno Caboclo comes in. I have no idea what they're doing with Bruno Caboclo. I don't even know why they did the trade in the first place. I know Daryl Morey liked Bruno Caboclo. There's a lot of NBA GMs that love Bruno Caboclo. They call him the Brazilian KD. Don't ask me why, because he is not Kevin Durant. I will say this right now. He is not Kevin Durant, guys. Don't get too overhyped with him. I don't know how much he plays. We'll see what he can do. He can shoot threes. His three-point percentage did go higher. He does play defense. He has a wingspan of 7'7". That's taller than Yao Ming, right? Well, Daryl Morey made these huge moves for us. The biggest one, of course, being Rocco. And if you saw that game against the Lakers, guys, it looked really good, huh? Small ball lineup. We don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know if they can travel with it into the playoffs. There's 32 games left, man. I don't know how they're going to do it, but man, it sure looked good, huh? Defense looked better. Offense looked well, clicking on all the boards. They were rebounding. They were dogs, huh? Been a while since I've called the Rockets a bunch of dogs, right? This season is really trending upwards, and it's going really good for the Houston Rockets. And believe me, guys, Daryl Morey ain't finished. Let's get that center we're looking for in the buyout market. That's a wrap. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and as always, go Rockets, go Texans, go Astros. I'll catch y'all later. Hi, guys. My name is Harley Dugan. Welcome to The Lead. Ah, fuck. It kind of left my head. It left my head.